Alright, let's get cracking. Crack-a-lacka. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting that I have a new handy dandy phone mount. Alright. We're gonna put this fucking phone in there. It's a nice mount, it's just hard to fucking adjust it, like, so I don't hit these buttons. And then you put these on, you end up touching the fucking screen and shit. So I was trying to get it up so that it was like, I finally tightened the fork mount quite a bit. I wanted to get this phone up like that so it was as aerodynamic as possible, as silly as that sounds. 2:25 p.m. It is 1,265 miles on this bike. Let's roll. What's up, guys? Oh yeah, it feels great. It's muggy. What's up, everybody? This is Motorfrog. You know, it's funny, so I had all this tape under my chin to help keep the wind out. I didn't think that much wind really came under there, but I can tell you I am feeling it right now. So yeah, I mean, I had a homemade chin curtain made out of gaffer tape on the bottom of my helmet, and that was to keep the wind out, because I thought all along my problem was the wind noise inside my helmet being so loud that it blew out any microphone I had. Turns out it was the microphone I had. You know, granted, there's a lot of wind noise inside a helmet. Okay, there are ways to reduce it a little bit. Man, we are sandbagging it today, huh, guys? I mean, it's 45 and we're doing 35, 40. I'm really just going out for a joyride and a quick mic test, because I really need to get a setup that works. I had a guy say that this Sony mic worked, even though it's stereo and it's a lapel, lavalier. All the audio guys out there will freak out and tell you that you really shouldn't do that because they're omnidirectional, and any omnidirectional mic is going to sound terrible. They're right. It's just the thing is, some work with these motovlog setups and some don't. I'm glad I have the dead cat on this Sony mic. I have it's stereo, and I thought it'd be cool. I hope I don't blow up the Tascam, but I thought it'd be cool if I kept both of them hot, because here's the thing. So this Sony mic is stereo. Apparently it's not as hot as my last mic, which means it won't get distorted right at the source. That should help out with the audio in general. Oh, I somehow pulled off a wave right between shifting from first to second. I guess that means I'm getting a little bit better. So I don't know how bad the wind is. I got I don't remember if it's left or right on the Sony. I got the left channel is totally bare in the helmet behind the chin guard. So blocked from head-on winds, but obviously the turbulent wind inside the chin and helmet there it's fully exposed to. And I did that on purpose. I'm hoping to get a little more engine noise at a stop when I'm not moving. I did it for another reason is, if you put it in mono mode, the Tascam DR05 in mono mode, then both channels record the same thing, like left and right. You know, it's the same. It comes in both mics, I noticed. Somehow it merges it to one monoscopic signal, if that's the right term. All I'm getting at is I'd have to figure out how to dead cat both ends, or totally tape up and seal one end and risk the muffling bit. You know, there'd be no way to distinguish the two signals and separate them in case one was really bad or one was really good, for that matter. So what I did, going 50 miles an hour for reference, what I did was, I'm talking like a moderate volume, because I did a sound check at zero gain on the Tascam with this mic, and it seemed like a good volume. All right, so yeah, what I like about living out here in the Fox Valley and northwest suburbs of Chicago is you could go about a mile or two west and you're in farm country, man. Like, I love it. I think it's awesome. Low-flying birdies. Another reason I wear a full face or modular helmet is low-flying birdies hitting you in the face. It's pretty messed up. Attacking a killer bird. Yeah, I never noticed this kind of wind turbulence on my neck and coming up through my chin before. But then again, for the past 2 weeks, I've been riding with that homemade gaffer tape chin curtain. You know, man, It's my intro video. I hope the audio I finally figured out after all these attempts. I've tried 4 different microphones. Same GoPro because I only have one. You know, and the mics I use relatively inexpensive. Oh shit. Not a great place to park, buddy. And something was dead right behind that fucking mail truck. A raccoon or something smelled fucking horrible. Where was I? Yeah. So yeah, I tried 4 different mics at least, ranging from $10 to $70. All lavalier types, which I know they're omnidirectional, whatever, but I need that small little microphone, you know, that fits in the helmet nicely. So I don't have several $100s for a Sena, whatever you call it. Felt like if I couldn't get my setup working like so many other great moto vloggers have gotten with the same, I thought, the same setup, then I felt like if I couldn't get my setup working the same, you know, with the same stuff everyone else is using, then it's either my helmet or mic placement or a whole bunch, wind guard, you know, all that. So I just kept relentlessly experimenting, like with different mics, different tapes, wrapping the tape. I had mics completely wrapped in tape, like taped it all the way down to the, that was bumpy, taped it all the way down to the front chin guard, because I thought, well, that way no wind will brush over it, you know, but it was, as you could imagine, extremely muffled and sounded terrible. I went back to my old mics, or my old videos that I saved but never published, and I was just like listening to each one and which one was at least better than, because my sound was getting worse. I kept trying different stuff, thought I was getting somewhere. It was just the same or worse. So I went to my earlier videos where I had a different mic, and I was shocked like how good it sounded. It actually was completely usable, and I could have just went with it. And I'm trying to, it made me think back, like, it was last year. I'm like, I mean, I've been messing with this for 6 months, you guys know, like every month trying different stuff. And I say every month, not every day, because I'm in the Chicago area, and there was only like 1 or 2 riding days, you know, that I was willing to go out in January and February, basically. So December went out a few times. November is when I got the bike. So mid-November I got the bike. So it was just like, you know, I'm telling you, it was just a couple tries every month through the freezing cold. And I kind of wanted just a different scenery and how cold it was, like for street cred. No, whatever. Like, I just want to be like, hey, I'm out here. It's 20-something degrees. I'm having a great time. But I was freezing. Even 30 degrees something, I was freezing. 40s, it was cold. You know, like, it's cold in the wind. But anyhow, I had different gloves, all that. Like, so now I understand why guys have heated grips, heated seats. Like, I was like, what's all that? Like, you really need that? And oh yeah, you're gonna ride that, you know, when it's that cold out, man. Holy crap, that stuff helps out a lot. I've never tried it, but I can just imagine. So I remember this light before. I was not able to trigger the plate for it. It helps when there's sometimes it's nice to have other cars in the road, because you can trigger those traffic lights. So yeah, I'm fairly new. I waited till I was pretty good and had several hundred miles under my belt. I went through the Rider's Edge course at a local Harley dealer, Fox River, by the way, in St. Charles, Illinois. It was great, you know, gave me the confidence to keep going. Then I bought a bike, went right to from a Street 500 to this 103 motor, which is basically a 1700 cc. So I went from a 500 to a 1700 roughly. I'll post the specs, you guys know them. I mean, it's what do you call it, 2017 Dyna Street Bob. I saw it the first day I walked into class, and I was like, oh man, the charcoal gray, like the two-tone here on the side. I'm a black car kind of guy, and I thought I'd pretty much just be a black bike kind of guy, but man, I don't know, something about this paint job, and it just looks so awesome. What's up, Jeep? So I got a Jeep too, so I'm used to waving it. So everything I drive or ride, I'm waving at people. Jeep, they all wave at each other, if you didn't know. Motorcycles all pretty much wave at each other. So Everywhere I go, I'm waving at somebody. So it's funny when I'm riding, I'll see a Jeep, or when I'm driving and I see a bike, I want to wave, but so it's, I don't know, just kind of funny. I thought it was funny. Yeah, this visor is really clear. Like, I mean, except for I always get a dead bug landing right smack in the center of one of my eyeballs. Like early, like as soon as I start the ride, there's a bug just like, oh, there's one of your eyeballs. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Totally in farm country now. There's cows and horses and shit. I don't even know where I am, man. Harmony Road, I guess I'll go, I don't know, left? Wait a minute. I was plugging straight into the GoPro Hero 5 Black with that stupid add-on USB clunky piece of shit that cost me another 40 bucks, I think. And that was mounted on my helmet on one side, camera mounts on the other side with it, you know, basically aimed at center. And I had all this clunky shit on there. What I liked is I hit one record button on the GoPro and I went. What I didn't like is the first video would work, and it seemed like random other videos would work, meaning stop, start, each button push, a new video. I had about 10% of them working. And on one ride, if I had 10 videos, like one worked. And that's obviously not cool at all. Holy fuck, I got something in my eye real bad. Oh my god, I can barely see. Oh my god, something really bad went in my eye. I got eyeglasses on. I gotta fucking pull over, holy shit. I have eyeglasses on and the windshield all the way closed, or the face shield, whatever the fuck it's called. And I can't see. I mean, my eye's watering up enough where it's helping, but shit. It's a nice ass house. Sod farmer. Nice ass house. Alright, I guess I don't have to pull over right now because my eye watered that fucker out, but I don't know where the fuck I am right now. I have no idea. I think I'm going west. So I wish this ride alert, or what is this called? Map my ride? I didn't even look if that's like a navigation thing or not. But it's pretty cool. I think it's called Map My Ride. You guys gotta check it out. It's what I got on my phone right now. It says how long I've been riding, what time it is. Yeah, so what occurred to me, if I never finished that story, was that, oh yeah, so I'd say 1 out of 10 videos would come, you know, that was it. It's just gravel road. I will shit myself if it is. Nope, I guess not. Okay. 1 out of 10 videos would work, and I'm like, what the fuck, this is unusable. And because the GoPro seemed like it always recorded, and because I ran, and the mic had a really thin cable that I was running through the helmet all weird, and I felt like maybe I severed it, even though it didn't look, it looked kinked, but not, you know, there's no obvious severing of it. But here's a slow turn. Practicing my turns with no feet down. Yeah. Oh, there's a big old semi with stuffed animals in it. What the fuck was that? Oh, you know what? I was gonna pull over and check my wind vents on the helmet, and just for the ride back do a lot of the same tests, but with you know, the vents set up differently. So basically I think they're open right now because it didn't seem to matter much. Really hard for me to tell the chin one or change it while I'm riding because of the GoPro being right in front of it. I don't know if you can see that in the mirror. Oh, here's the cows again. What's up, cows? What's up, cows? We're chilling. Oh, birdie. Almost came right for me. Low flying birdie. Yeah, it was a nice ride today. Just kind of going out, putting on a few miles, but not too many because I need to get the ticket in for maintenance. This is really a mic test, so you know, it might be my first official video. I don't know. I'm not counting anything until I can have consistency. Like,
I was recording all these great, what I thought were interesting topics and great, you know, videos where things were happening. I was talking. I had people like that jumped in front of me on foot. I'm like, what the fuck? I could show you that clip. There's just no audio. Big fucking thing's coming right for me. Another farm thing. There's a guy coming up behind me. Yeah, a lot of farm shit out here today, huh? Just don't get mated by someone trying to pass. I nod at the farmers out here, you know. Why not? Whatever. I kind of wanted people that are new riders or thinking about getting into riding to watch my videos and go, oh, hey, that's how you ride. There's, you know, there's some vehicles in his mirrors, whatever. You know, once I can tell someone's waiting, can see me and they're waiting for me at an intersection, I tend to kind of gun it through there as long as there's no risks. And that's really so that when, you know, when they're rolling, they want to go. You know what I mean? They don't want to come to a complete stop to turn. And that's, I think, half the reason they cut you off is they're like, well, I don't want to come to a stop. So if you change that timing where they don't have to, you know, you could kind of basically beat them to the intersection. I'll gun it usually early. Not, I guess I'm talking about two different things. What you just saw was, okay, I'm most of the way through the intersection already. Everyone's waiting for me. I'm gonna gun it. The other thing I'm talking about is you see a guy coming from the other direction, approaching the intersection, and you're like, okay, we're both gonna get there. He's gonna turn in front of me. Does he see me? Does he see me? I don't know. And, you know, I usually will get off the brakes and get ready because people are so dumb. I assume he's going to cut me off or whatever. But then you're also signaling that kind of that they should go. So what I do, depending on the situation, is sometimes I'll speed up early so I get through the intersection before they even get there, if that makes sense. So, but of course, if I'm far enough back, I'm gonna do the opposite, and you know, if they're gonna get there first, I just start sandbagging and go slower so that, you know, they know they can go through and all that. So I think I'm going on 20 East, is it? What's up, everybody? This is Motor Frog. I live in Illinois, northwest suburbs of Chicago, in the Fox Valley area. Oh yeah, this lumber place. Yeah, I was looking for car siding, I think, for my garage. I used to own a house that was built in 1890. You know, a lot of projects. It was fun for a couple of years. Then it turned into a living hell. Thank you. Yeah, I always say thank you when I wave, even though I know they can't hear me. I do it on my car, I do it on my bike. The weather was like, it went from winter forever. And we had like a week or two of 80. We had torrential downpours then for like a week. Like flood, everything. Like flood warning. We're still getting flood warning. We had some nice 70s and sunny days this week, but I was working, couldn't get out much. Yeah, a lot of history on that road. Yeah. But yeah, I got sick of the Victorian, sold it. Had a big loss. Because I lived in the hood, got shot at a couple times. Saw drive-bys, you know, all that shit. It was fucking horrible. I have people this day, they're like, oh, Elgin's not that bad. It's kind of not. Well, okay. You didn't live in the hood. You know, for one. I feel my jacket opening up because I think I opened the front vents a little. And I forgot to open the back vents. So I feel my jacket just ballooning up. I don't know, I probably look like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on a Harley. I didn't realize how curvy Route 20 East is. It's crazy how curvy it is. It's hilly. Look at that. Look at all those hills. Yeah. If this video makes any damn sense, or maybe if it doesn't, you know, hell, if the audio works at all, I'm going to probably post this video and you guys will be like, man, that guy has no focus. He's babbling. And I'll tell you why. The point to me, for all these videos I've been making for 6 months, was not to make any sense or have a good video, because see, 99% of the time the audio didn't work at all, and it was terrible. Like, it was literally you couldn't hear a word I was saying, literally. It is a good pizza place. That's a great donut place, Country Donuts. Maciano's Pizza in the same mall is really good pizza. Yep, so now I got the visor cracked open a little bit. I guess I'll do some sound tests. God, this bitch is on my ass. What the fuck is wrong with it? So yeah, just do some sound tests. I'm going 50 miles an hour with the visor cracked. Feels great for me, but I know probably there's some more winds getting in here, so just want to see. It tends to be also, in a good way, less boomy with it cracked. Yep, but here's 45 miles an hour with the visor closed, and I'm talking at a kind of medium volume. I have that 120 cut on the Tascam. I think that helps.
All right, see you guys later.